welcome to Looking at the Markets with David Modell. First 45 minutes can help you to decide where the direction of the market or a stock might go. So what I'm going to do is tell you a strategy where you look at the first 45 minutes of price action and then you gauge from there where things might go. And it is not guaranteed to work. This does not work perfectly, does not work 100% of the time. So make sure you do your own research, make your own decisions. Don't do something just because somebody in a video said so, okay? Also, make sure that you have a trading or investing plan, okay? I don't want you to just start using a strategy without having an overall plan, all right? So if you'd like some help putting together a plan for your trading or investing, I do offer coaching. For the coaching, my email address is davidmodell@gmail.com. Let's go over to tradingview.com for the charts. And this is the Netflix NFLX, Netflix stock, 15-minute chart. Each of these candles represents 15 minutes. So if you have three of them together, that's the first 45 minutes of the day. And let me also say real quickly that I want you to test this out with virtual or demo trading. Do not test this out with real money. Okay? Make sure it works first without using any real money. Then if you decide it works for you, then only use very small amounts of money, have some sort of stop loss or exit strategy, respect your stops, stay safe at all times. All right, so Netflix stock, let's say we look for the opening of the day, okay, and then you don't do anything for the first 15, 30, 45 minutes. These are 15 minutes each. So for the first 45 minutes of the trading day, you don't do anything, you're just watching, and you're getting ready, and you're watching until after that third 15-minute candle has printed, 1, 2, 3, including the wicks. You're not just watching the bodies, you're watching the wicks or shadows as well. Then you draw your lines. You draw a horizontal line below the lowest wick, okay, at the bottom of the lowest wick, and that goes a horizontal line, okay. Then you draw another line, and actually I shouldn't even say the lowest wick. Sometimes it's a body. Okay, just whatever the lowest point is of the three candles, okay? It might be a body, might be a wick. Usually it's going to be a wick of some sort. Not always, though. And then you look for the highest part, which actually in this case, the highest point of these three candles is not this wick, it's this body, is a little bit higher than the wick. So I'm going to draw a line there, horizontal line there, as best as I can. Might not be perfect, okay? But try to make it as good as you can. Okay. So there you go. And then you're going to wait for a break either above or below. If you want to be a bit more aggressive, you just wait for a wick to peak above or below. Like there's a tiny, I don't know if you can see, there's a little wick peeking above the top here. You would get in with a long position. That's a breakout, okay? If you want to be a little bit less aggressive, then you just wait for a close, like the body, okay? Not the wick. You wait for the body to close above or below. So I would have gotten in here if I wanted to be more aggressive, just waiting for the wick to peak above it or below it. If I want to be a little less aggressive, I would have gotten in here when it closed above or below. In this case, above the top line, okay? Then you can get in. You can take a long position and ride it up. Now, this strategy does not tell you where your profit target is, so you want to determine that. It does tell you where a stop loss could be. It's up to you, but the simplest way is to make this bottom line the stop loss. All right, if it reaches at any point, touches this bottom line, once you got in, if it falls down to this line, you could just get out for a relatively small loss. It's not a huge loss. Or shouldn't be. Well, actually it depends, because what if the range of the first three candles is really wide? Then it might be a big loss. You don't want to put your stop loss down too far either. So if there's a huge, if you're drawing two lines and they're really far apart from each other, you might want to make your stop loss tighter than just that bottom line, right? So that's not a hard and fast rule where you just decide, wherever that bottom line is, once I get in, that's my stop loss. That might be too wide of a stop loss. You don't want to risk too much as an intraday trader. So you might want to pick another stop loss strategy, but that is one I suppose you might want to try out with demo trading or virtual trading. Don't use real money to try this out once again. Okay. And then you ride it up and wherever your profit target is, okay? You want to have some sort of system for that, which I do teach that in my coaching. All right, so that's one example. Let's erase these. Now, if it had, if it had broken below with a wick, after the third candle, right? If it broke somewhere below with a wick, yeah, you could have gone short. Okay. If you want to be, that's aggressive. If you want to be a little bit less aggressive, you could have waited until it broke below that bottom line with the body of the candle. Now, be careful with short selling because it's risky. I won't lie to you. Okay, short selling is risky. You can actually lose more money than you have in your account when you short sell stocks. So that's only for advanced traders with decent sized accounts, I would say, in most cases. So there are exceptions to everything, though. Okay, so that's the beginning of that day. Let's go to the next day. Here we go. We're going to try it again. Let's see how this worked out. All right. Here's the beginning of the day. Okay, first 15 minutes. Look at that wick there. Okay, so this is going to be a bigger range here. I could tell already. That's the first 15 minutes, second 15 minutes, third 15 minutes. All right. So the first 45 minutes are done. As soon as that third 15-minute candle prints, as soon as 45 minutes are up in the beginning of the day, you draw your lines. There we go. Draw that top line at the highest price of those top three candles, right? Might be a wick, might be a body. In this case, usually going to be a wick. Not always, though. In this case, it was a wick. And then you draw another line, horizontal line, at the lowest point of those three. In this case, it's the bottom of this wick. Going to draw it right here. Two parallel horizontal lines. There we go. Bam. Right? Okay. You might have to draw them further out in time than that. And also, I didn't draw it very straight, did I? Hopefully you have good artistic skills, which I don't always have. Okay. Will it break above or below? Be patient, be patient, be patient. You might have to extend your lines. I'm going to do that right now. Okay. Try to make it as horizontal as possible. All right. Got to be patient. You wait. 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Candle, candle, candle. Broke below it, both the wick and the body. Okay. And you can take a short position or buy a put option, however you go short. Be careful, though. That's risky. All right. Going long is generally less risky because you have a limited loss as opposed to unlimited losses potentially for going short. But if you did that, then you would have done quite well. It went down, 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 didn't it? Okay. This does not always work out so well. All right. Not a guaranteed strategy here. Okay. And then if you wanted to put your stop loss over here, okay, if it goes up to that line, you can get out. But again, what if the two lines are really far apart? Then do you really want your stop loss to be that upper line? Not necessarily, okay, because that's too much of a stop loss, right? Too wide. So you may want to use another stop loss besides that. All right. But in these two, I know this is only two examples. They both worked out well. It doesn't always work like that. It's just an interesting strategy to try out, okay, not with real money, all right, with virtual trading. Yeah, try it, see if you like it. If you do, try it with small amounts of money then, if you're ready, only if you're ready. And if you have enough money in your account to do so, okay. I'm just, throwing ideas at you for your consideration. You take it and do what you will with it, all right? But again, you got to have a plan, all right? I don't want you to just use a strategy like that and nothing else and not have a plan. So you can email me for the coaching, davidmodell@gmail.com for the coaching. And I want to thank you for watching and listening, and I will talk to you again soon.